In Fortnite, we've had our fair share of apocalyptic events, such as the Black Hole, Fractured, and even recently Shattered. We're used to these events and they happen on a daily basis for us, or sometimes weekly, monthly. Basically, they happen a lot, to the point where we've gotten used to them. But every time we overcome these events through either sheer luck or sometimes a character saves us. Sometimes we're able to call on other heroes from different universes to come help us. And usually we're able to come out unscathed. Whether there'll be consequences to come with the actions that we've done, we somehow come out alive. But what if I told you there's a universe where we don't come out alive? And it's not because of a character that already exists, it's because of a character who hasn't yet been in Fortnite, but could have been. Welcome to a what-if scenario. A what-if scenario where essentially one character's decision, or in this case two characters' decisions, change the fate of the island forever, and essentially end everything we know. Welcome to the dark side of Fortnite, a place where something terrible happened, where the Loopers, the Seven, the IO, and the Last Reality didn't stand a chance. There was nothing they could have done, and there was nothing that could have been done. During Nexus, we're introduced to Thor and Galactus, who are currently on a mission to defeat the Black Winter, a cosmic Marvel entity who consumes universes on a universe scale. In order to defeat him, they need planets in order to feed Galactus to just stand a chance. That's Thor's mission as his herald, since the Black Winter killed the Silver Surfer, who was Galactus's herald. And if you know who Silver Surfer is, he's basically a cosmic entity more powerful than most of our Fortnite characters combined, and the Black Winter takes him out with no problem. So he goes to Thor for help. Thor then goes to planets that are unremoted and removes any people that Galactus could harm and eats them. In the main Fortnite timeline, he eats them all and the rift opens up between our realms, and Galactus sees this rift and goes to Fortnite and tries to consume the 0 point. But in this timeline, something bad happens. As they're getting ready to go eat other planets, the Black Winter shows up unexpectedly and without any prior knowledge. It's a surprise attack by the Black Winter. And let me tell you, in the main timeline, if the Black Winter would have shown up early, let's just say things would have ended badly. You see, the Black Winter shows up unexpectedly and basically takes out our heroes before they can gain enough power to defeat him. With Galactus and Thor removed from the equation, the Black Winter is the one who enters the rift, and is now in reality 0. You see, in Chapter 2 and of course Chapter 3, the 0 point is squished between two islands, and if something were to happen to that island, or islands, it could end bad for the 0 point. And, well, you see, the Black Winter has the unique ability to consume universes. Once he enters our world, he senses the power of the 0 point. And that's where things go badly. You see, unlike most seasons, or chapters for that matter, we have ways of preparing for these beings, but with the Black Winter, there would be no time. The IO wouldn't be able to build a counter device, wouldn't be able to come up with a plan. See, the IO don't have the technology and they don't have the resources to take on something such as this. There's nothing in their arsenal to use, and even if they tried to weaponize the 0 point, they wouldn't have time. You see, the Black Winter would show up before they could do anything, and before anyone would know it, the last thing you would see was its mere presence before it consumes the very island it's in front of, and before anything, it consumes the 0 point, consuming all life as we know it. Everything ends, and the scary part is, you as a looper just have to stand there. You could be randomly walking around in maybe Pleasant Park, and the next thing you do is look up to the sky and see a black entity. And before you can blink, pull out your gun, or even run for cover, the island is consumed. The 0 point is gone, and all of reality as we know it ceases to exist. What about the 7? The 7 wouldn't even have chance to reassemble, or have a chance to even get to the island, even if they're on the other side. You see, the second the Black Winter enters, even if the 7 are on the other side of the map, or on the case flip side, nothing in their technology arsenal would be able to do anything. Maybe they have the mech, or maybe the IO could use a Doomsday device. No, they don't matter. There's nothing Doomsday powerful enough. The Collider, even if they were to have a chance of building it, if they had prior knowledge of the Black Winter coming, the Collider wouldn't do anything, the device wouldn't do anything, and the 7's mech wouldn't be able to do anything. They're all insignificant to the power of the Black Winter. They would all be consumed. Galactus's power to consume planets is already difficult enough, but the Black Winter can simply consume a universe with a thought, and it's not long, it's easy and quick for him. He can end universes with a thought, which is why he's such a deadly being in the Marvel comic universe. Unfortunately, there's no one in Fortnite who could even do anything, and let's say hypothetically the last reality show up with a cube cradle. I can guarantee you this, the Black Winter would loom over the cube cradle and consume it without a second thought, and the only two beings in Fortnite who could possibly even stand a chance against the Black Winter are the 0 point and the Nothing. The Nothing doesn't have a physical form, so he wouldn't be able to do anything against the Black Winter. He could really only do his watch. And even if he sent out his Herald, the Q Queen, the General, any one of his forces, they wouldn't stand a chance. They would all be consumed within seconds. That is the sad reality of the Black Winter. Anything you throw at him, he can consume. You need God-level powers just to be able to defeat him. And unfortunately, the only people with God-level powers are the 0 point and the Nothing. One doesn't have a form and one's in the control of the IO. And unfortunately, with the 0 point captured by the IO, it can't fight back, or wouldn't have enough time to fight back since it's in the clutches of the IO. So the second the Black Winter enters our reality, it's already over. And it's not like we can call any help from other universes, because the second it's in our universe, it's already over before it began. If we were to call in universe killers, let's say Kratos, or maybe Ben 10, or even, I don't know, the Powerpuff Girls, would all be consumed. There isn't a being that could do anything against the Black Winter, and if there was, they wouldn't have enough time. They would have to be here the second the Black Winter enters their universe, or Reality Zero. But for that to happen, you'd have to know it was coming. And since in this timeline, the Black Winter shows up early to defeat Thor and Galactus and immediately enters the Rift, they don't have time to prepare a counter-assault. Unlike Galactus, it took multiple weeks for him to show up or get close to the island. With the Black Winter, it's different. It doesn't take him weeks to get to the island, it would take him seconds to get to the island. And before you know it, the island itself is gone. He's consumed it along with the 0 point. Both islands are gone. The Imagined Order, the Loopers, the 7, they're all gone within an instant. The Black Winter consumes the 0 point itself, and all of reality shuts down before its might. You see, this is a villain who you can't just shoot guns at and hope something happens. This is all a sad reality. In this what-if scenario, it's a one-and-done scenario. It's over before it begins, and that's why it's a dark timeline for Fortnite. It's why having Galactus and Thor defeat the Black Winter before he comes for us is a good thing. And in a way, we should thank them, because in another timeline, this didn't happen. in another timeline. The story just ends the second he enters that rift. And unfortunately, there's no one here to save us this time. We look up to the sky and watch as this entity consumes the island, and the light flashes before our eyes before we enter a dark area. And then that's it. Everything ends right there and then. Well, sorry for that sad note, but that's the truth. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Sorry it took me 3 months to make another video. I've been somewhat busy with life. I hope I can return to regular scheduled videos as Chapter 7 lore has picked up and I want to make videos on it. So hopefully I'll see you on the next one. See you guys later. Goodbye, y'all.